just coming in here with a friend of mine, a neighbour, and I met all these ladies, and we come here now regularly every week on a Friday. And we do a bit of shopping. Then we have a drink and then we go home.
And singing.
Oh.
Who's the singer of the group?
Mrs. Lacey.
Teresa.
Sing the town.
But you can shut the door and sing.
So we're not getting no drinking.
Shut your mouth now, mister. Stay in your own corner.
Give me a small bit of one day at a time. Just give me a small bit of it.
If I sing Sweet Cheese anymore, they think I'm a nun.
Come on, it doesn't matter.
Hey, do what's a favour? If that on me, no, I'll kill you for this.
Your friend was
Coming in for years. We're keeping the bar going.
You ladies.
We all just ladies. And we are all ladies. We are all ladies.
What does a man have to do to join the group?
Well, be good looking, plenty money. He has the money.
You have to watch him to take him home. That's what he has to do. Or to be here all day. That's all that happens.
Speak for yourself, darling.
Well, the name of the pub is Corrigans Bar. Subsequently, it's Corrigans Bar for the last we're the third generation of people that is Corrigans Bar under. And my own name is Agnes Fitzgerald. My husband's name was Morris. Morris sadly passed away 2 years ago, and that's the reason that I'm getting out of the pub business, because you certainly need a very good partner, which my husband was, to run a bar and to run a successful bar. This bar was a lot busier when he was alive, and he was a great GA man. You know, I talked about GA morning, noon and night, and brought in a great GA following. You know.
Yeah.
So the main reason I'm getting out of the business is because I find it very hard to get staff. I have a very good girl working here in the daytime, Melanie, which is up here. She's too shy to come down. And apart from that, I find it very hard, you know, and it is, you know, going to be a very sad day for me the day I leave here. It becomes a way of life. I loved this bar. I met lovely people here, even Alan here. Because I have to get out for that reason, you know, because it is a long day, you know, and when you get a bit older, you can't cope with those long days as well, you know.
She's looking for a man that's other.
I don't have them queuing up for me.
And she's nearly 8 years of age.
Really?
Yes, and she's
I'm
still looking for a man.
76. I'll be 77, please God, in Corpus Christi. And when my mother saw me come to work, she said, there's a little angel, and I'm still the same. I'm trying to keep control of the rest of them. I've been very saucy.
And not really. Even though I used to drink that time myself, I'm only drinking for the past couple of years. I got very bold and I met all the dolly birds.
Who's the ringleader?
Miss Lacey.
Well, I'm honest about it. If they're going to, they take me as I come. I'm the blow-in, so what can I do? Where would you get someone from the Cork camp anyway? No, you only get them in Lucky Dips.
Picture is my husband Morris, and he died, I'm afraid, sadly he actually died here. He got a massive heart attack and died here on the 8th of December 2 years ago. And out of the blue, I was invited to go for a meal to the Ambassador across the road one night by a couple of the regulars. And very shortly after Morris died, and I assumed that's where I was going. So before we went across the road, they said to me, will we go into your bar and we'll have a drink? So when we came in here on the night, the place was packed with all the regulars, and all the regulars had clubbed together. They absolutely adored Morris. And they got this painting done of him, you know, and it was presented to me on the night, and as you can see, they have Morris Fitzgerald, the gentleman, done under it, you know, so he was a very popular man here.
Very nice. Was he a Cork man?
No, Kerry. Ronnie used to come in here on a fairly regular basis. He has a great friend here in Cork, John Lennon, and John Lennon is a regular in this bar, and John always brought him in here, so he's a very nice guy.
Did he ever play in here? Was there a session
No. We never had music here. We never needed music here, you know, because a small bar, it was, you know, always sing-song rather than music, you know.
Yeah. And would he ever break out into song?
Well, he was never here at night. We'd never have a sing-song during the daytime. It was always during the daytime Ronnie was here, you know, so I'd never ever remember him being here at night, you know. So he'd just come in for a coffee because he wasn't drinking, and any of the time I knew him, he wasn't drinking, so I just had a coffee and a chat to the regulars, you know. I remember when we came here, we were doing 15 barrels of Guinness a week, you know. We're doing about 4 now, you know. You know, I would hate to be starting off now. I know the bank a fortune every week or every month, you know.
I just asked the Avenue Bar, you know, up in Sunday as well. I know the owners very well, and she said she's just tipping away. Tipping away. Yeah. 4 bars closed in Cork City and County yesterday. 4 more.
Yesterday?
Yep. That's Cork City and County. She told me that.
Oliver Reid, he was a regular here for years. He used to come, he had a house down near Fermoy, I think, you know. And himself and his wife Josephine used to come to Cork once a month, and they always came in here. And we got great writes up in the paper a few times over Oliver, like, you know, we had some lovely photographs, but they're gone home, I'm afraid, because I'm afraid somebody would take them. And he was a great character. He used to come in here in the morning, and that was the time before the guards got busy, and he'd drink a bottle and a half of brandy for the day, and he'd drive home to Fermoy then. And when you think of it, Oliver Reid is not dead that long, you know. He's only dead about 7 or 8 years, isn't he? You know, and no problem, he'd drive away back home, you know. So, and he mixed very well with all the locals, Oliver Reid, you know. And his true saying was, every time he come in, by the time he'd get talking to Alan or whoever was beside him, he'd say, "Agnes, give another gallop around the paddock there," and that meant buy a drink for everyone. I'm buying a drink for everyone, you know. And he very well liked, and people loved him, you know, because he's a very humble man. And we've had loads of I can't remember them offhand. You see, it's very hard to remember. Oh, Shane McGowan was here, yeah. I'm saying anything about Shane.
Go on.
I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Oh, help me believe all that I see and know what I am. I'm shoving and pushing. I'm out of my mind. Lord, for my sake, please let me take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Oh, help me believe all that I see and know what I do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Oh Lord, for my sake, please us to take one day at a time.
Yeah.
I'm Melanie anyway. I'm here for 5 years, 5, 6 years.
6 years.
I'll have to go in now and get a real job. And it's been a pleasure, and I've made lots of friends. And I'd be sad to see
And
you
she's
go.
a great girl. She's never once let me down, Melanie hasn't, in all that years. No matter when I ever asked her, she was there for me. I wish her the best of luck wherever she goes, and I've no doubt she'll get on well. Till now. But one day I was here, going back in 1989. A very, very busy day, and the place was full of American tourists and other people besides locals and that. And every time I went over to the till, I didn't know there was a chimney there at the time. Every time I went over to the till, I noticed that the till was all kind of, you know, little spatters of, it looked like dirt on it. And I couldn't understand it, where it was coming from, and I'd wipe it off, and the next time I go over it was there again. So still didn't have no idea that there was a chimney there. So I then went over one time, and I was talking in my till, and right out from behind the till came a pigeon and hit me into the face. And I literally screamed. I did scream now. So the pigeon did about 40 rounds of the pub, and the tourist was fascinated with it. I'm sure they're still talking about it or whatever when they went home, but he did about 40 rounds of pub before eventually he could find to get out. So that was a great talking point. So after that then we had to block up the chimney because we didn't want another pigeon coming down. I'll tell you, it's a fairly frightening experience when a pigeon hits you into the face when you're clocking in the price of a pint. But that's it, that's about it.
Right. So what was it called when there was a little shop in the front? Was it?
It was still called Corrigans because the people we bought off was Foley's, and I believe Mr. Foley's mother was Corrigan, and they also had Corrigan's Hotel in McCurtain Street, and there was two brothers of the Foleys there. Eamon Foley was the man we bought off, and his brother, who I can't remember his name, had the hotel in McCurtain Street. And Mr. Foley also had a shop across the way there, which was a chocolate and cigarette shop. It's now Evans's on Patrick Street. So he got those two shops from his mother, and the brother got Corrigan's hotel on McCurtain Street. So we didn't change the name because we were advised not to, that it was a very well-known bar at the time. An awful lot of Welsh people used to use it, and this was a very big place for the Welsh to come all the time, you know, with the rugby and that. But as time went on then, the Rob Roy, which was down beside us, opened a big rugby bar, and we kind of lost that crowd because the bar is right beside us. But we did very well out of that for a long, long time. How do you feel about closing down?
Going to miss it because it's like one of the last few local regular bars, I think. You know, some great characters coming in here. Staff are lovely. Yeah, it's a shame.
And the licence is going.
Going, yeah. It's going to be a coffee shop, I believe,
Right.
in the Venera. And
Yeah.
I will miss it more than anybody. You know, I love this bar, you know.
Oh, help me believe all that I see and know what I am. I'm shuffling and pushing. I'm out of my mind. Lord, for my sake, please let me take one day at a time. One day at a time.
How many pubs are on the lower road?
13.
And how many are left now?
A bit.
And how long did that take to happen?
1960 on.
So from 1960 to 2007, it went from 13 to 1.5. Yeah. And how long have you been drinking in here?
60 on the age, so I drank. I was in pubs when I was 3 years of age. I just couldn't drink with the dogs with my grandpa, to be honest. The snubs in the bars that time.
Yeah.
Snug in this bar, but it's actually changed from the original bar. But
Right. And what's the history of this bar, the owners and?
During the war years now, when I was a child, well, all war, baby, big war. When the father come back, he worked in Dagenham and he come back from Dagenham for 3 holidays a year, right? We'd be all born 9 months after that.
Right.
It's called war, baby. But that time you could come up here, and there was 4 bars here, right? We were waiting for the train to come from Dublin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'd be allowed to stay in the bar till 2 o'clock in the morning previously, because the train would break down. You had to get out and load it up and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But down here, this actually was Henry's bar.
Right.
It changed up here, and then it was Dorothy's.
sure whether